Do not take Allah's orders lightly. Allah Almighty is not like what you think in your head. You shouldn't be doing things in His commands just according to your own mind. You can't argue about things saying, well, I wish it was like this or like that. It's Allah's order. If it's Allah's command, you should follow it and abide by it. Now there's this new thing called democracy. It wants to interfere in everything. Just like they say, a person who can't even take care of 2 sheep goes ahead and says, I can rule a country and I can give my own idea about how things should be like this in the country. Okay, perhaps they can say that, they can have their own ideas. There's no sin in that. Everybody can give an opinion, but then again, Allah has assigned for us people who are experts in this, and they are ruling, and they're doing their job, and it just goes on like that. But if you go ahead and say about Allah's orders and commands that there's no need for them, I don't need them, or something like that, and give your own ideas or thoughts, that's dangerous. You could make a small mistake in the world, in this world, and you could just die. A person could die from that small mistake. For example, they could fall off a cliff or get in a car accident. They'll just die and pass away, and they will be losing their life. But the real life is not this life. The real life is the life in the hereafter. That's the eternal life. And in that life we should not make a mistake. Now for some time this matter of the Hajj has come up and people are saying there's no need for it. How can there be no need for Hajj if a person has some money and his health is alright? So they came up with this new thing. Saying things like, what need is there for Hajj? Why should I let my money go to the Arabs? Or why should I be drinking fake Zamzam? All these words and sayings that are just nonsense. They're committing a grave sin with those ideas and sayings and words, because this is one of the pillars of Islam. If you have the means and the money, then you have to go. If you can't go, well, that's another matter, because sometimes they make it difficult for you to go. That's another matter. But if you're not going and you're condemning others for going, that's a big mistake. And claiming that you're going to be saving the people and saving the country with that money, nonsense. Well, think about people who are going and gambling with all that money. They're spending 10 times more money for gambling instead of going to Hajj. Look at all the money that they're wasting. There's no goodness in that money. There's no good. They don't think about that stuff, but just because a Haji is spending some money in the way of Allah, for the sake of Allah, they are talking about that negatively. They will be ruined in the hereafter as well. That's the real ruin.